Welcome to the big podcast.
Huge.
We have in the background the Donnie Deutsch sitcoms on. You don't really like the show.
I saw
You're
it twice.
kidding around.
I enjoyed it.
Oh my god. What did you like about it?
I don't know. I just thought it was a refreshing change on the
Compared to what?
on the media landscape.
Holy shit.
It gives a good insight to the male psyche.
I think I just liked it because our friend is in it. You root for seeing your friends in a show. You're like, yeah.
Oh, bullshit.
Okay, I hated
What
it.
a fucking stupid answer.
I don't think that's a dumb answer. I'm
That's
genuinely.
a fucking stupid answer.
I get enthusiastic when you
You're
have a
rooting for your
project going
friend.
on. Yeah, you don't think so?
Who's your friend in it?
What's that?
Who's your friend in it?
Pete Lee's girlfriend.
Oh, you're real pals with her, I bet.
We go way back. I met her twice.
Friend.
I like Pete.
Does she know you're a friend of hers?
Oh yeah. I told her.
Who the fuck is
I told her
Pete?
during the police report.
That's Geno Bisconti, of course.
They know, buddy.
Your friendly voice. Ryan Reese here. What's up?
Hey,
Flippin'.
thanks for having me.
The gang's here. Ryan telling us about some corporate gigs you went on. Honestly, you got flown to this gig in Iowa where you had there were truckers and
Told it was
born
a
again
corporate
Christians.
gig. Yeah. It was in Iowa. It was a corporate gig. Told it was a corporate gig.
Yeah,
It was
who
a
booked you on
company. My college agent.
Okay.
And, is that
Your
a
agent's
casino?
in college making bad choices.
Well, yeah, they
An
so they
agent,
fly
Geno,
out there.
I don't know
is
what
someone
you mean.
that finds you work.
You lost me. You lost me.
If this was a $20,000 beer, it'd be like agents, things doesn't have.
I think she has no idea what you're talking about.
But no, so
A girlfriend, a wife, people that like his act.
Daddy.
so you're in front of born again truckers or truckers and born agains.
Well, it was in Iowa, and they wanted it to be clean, which is no problem.
Right.
I cannot curse.
Yeah.
But born agains are a different type of clean. Like they don't want anything
Forget
insulting.
it.
They
You
don't
can't
want
talk
anything
about
offensive.
anything. Everything's offensive. Yeah.
Yeah. So the born agains own the company, but the truck drivers,
Right.
they're still truck drivers.
Yeah. So they want hardcore comedy.
This dude just killed a hooker. Like
Yeah.
what are you gonna?
Well, so did the born agains. That's the problem.
But they feel bad.
They're hypocrites.
That was like remember I told you I did that show that ended up getting canceled, thank God. It never made the air. It was called Love Taxi. And it was the same thing. It's a show about I'm driving a cab and
Yeah.
people in New York in the backseat are on dates, right? So you want it to be edgy. But the Fine Living Network was owned by basically Bible-thumping people in Tennessee.
Right.
So they're like, you can't really be edgy. It was the dumbest fucking thing ever.
I can believe you were driving a cab. I don't believe the TV show part.
I might have imagined that. I may have just made that all up.
Love Taxi?
Yeah. Oh, God. There's a reel floating around on the interwebs.
Yeah. Well,
but it was the
they
same
do.
thing. It's like it's a dating show, but the people that bought the idea, they're like Bible thumping Christians in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
So they don't want you saying anything double entendre on a dating show.
Well, the born agains, they say, I love when they say offensive shit while giving you shit for being offensive. Like they'll say, so I don't understand this. You're in that one joke, you're in a premarital relationship, huh? And is the girl's a nigger?
yeah.
Not understand that? All right, well, that's not going to fly here. No premarital sex shit,
Yeah.
especially with a nigger. All right, let's get that down.
Born agains, man. Those are people that they hit the reset button midway through life. Yeah. That's what that is.
They're hardcore.
Yeah.
Because they saw God. God. They didn't grow up with it. They rejected it at some point, and then they saw it in a crystal meth lab or a crack den or a whore's pussy or something like that. I'll see Jesus because something a court order or something. A lot of the born agains. I've been in rehab with born agains, court ordered born agains, where they say it's better for the lawyer says say you're a born again, and it's better for your case, and they just fake it. So I don't trust any of it.
Does that work with all religions? Your Honor, he is now a devout Muslim.
Yeah.
I think
That's less effective.
I'm becoming a Jew out of nowhere. I just like it. All of a sudden, the redneck trucker's good with money. I figured I'd become a Jew and open a business. The Muslim thing is probably a bad thing to turn to. What happened in L.A., by the way, was no bomb? Yeah. The 600,000 students in Los Angeles didn't go to school because of it. That's it. They have us scared to death. These fucking guys. People just call up now and say, we got a bomb in a knapsack. And all of L.A. doesn't go to school. Of those 600,000 students, how many were actually going to school?
Where was it?
L.A.
Right, but what
All of
part?
LA.
Like the whole thing,
The
yeah.
entire thing. 600 and the size of Boston. The population of Boston didn't go to school in Los Angeles today. I mean, again, so what is this? They got an email. Basically, they got an email and saying we're going to bomb your schools. We're going to have a knapsack. You're not going to know who it is, and we're going to leave it somewhere, and it's going to blow up. And they shut the fucking school down. So how often is that going to happen?
Whenever there's a test.
Yeah, you don't. And if you don't do it, and something blows the fuck up, then you're looking down that barrel.
And it's an email that New York is now saying they thought was a joke email. New York saying it's not a credible email.
It's funny. New York way more hip with the humor.
How
You guys didn't know that was a joke?
Yeah.
It came from iswallow@gmail.com.
First of all, it was from Frankfurt, Germany, so they don't know how to joke in Germany.
We will bomb your
Yeah.
schools.
You get it? Huh?
Good one.
No.
We will leave knapsack in the gym. Ha ha. Got you. Oh, we're dying over here. Barreled over with laughter. We're shoving a bomb into a pipe. And they want to shove it up your ass. Ha ha. Got you again. So what is St. Louis? Just call St. Louis and tell them not to go to school. Milwaukee.
You don't have to tell them not to go to school.
If I was a fucking student, yeah, the way I was, I'd be calling in threats all the time. Every big test I have. Bomb coming. So LA's got to look stupid then, huh? So we look smarter than LA? Like typical New York and LA.
We look ballsier, I guess.
Well, we look like we got the joke.
They'll say something like, "We don't take chances with our children."
Yeah, okay.
They'll say that.
I guess New Yorkers are a bit brash. I guess you don't care about the livelihoods of the young kids. But what's going on is just we not let people in the country. People are going to get the fuck in, and guns. Do we want? Everyone's talking about how Donald Trump was like, if those people in the cafes in France had guns, it'd be a different story. Yeah, the terrorists would have one more gun. How many people are in cafe mode? You're in cafe mode. You're on a date. And you're in fucking Paris, and you're in La La Land, looking into the eyes of your lover. And I guess the scenario is you got a Glock taped to your ankle, and you're allowed to carry it.
Well,
and then terrorists come in.
A French guy.
Yeah, a French guy. And you wear a beret. And fucking terrorists come in with AK-47s. They're in terrorist mode.
I think something is afoot.
Yeah, Trump's premise is this guy's going to roll over like Bruce Willis in Die Hard, get in position, take cover, make sure you're safe, and take these guys out with 3 headshots.
And then finish his croissant.
And then
More
sit
like
there.
Die Hard 2. I think it'd be more Die Hard 2.
I just want to come on, man. These people, no, if you're carrying, you're trained. Okay, whatever, you're trained. Fuck. I don't want another gun. If terrorists were attacking a cafe and I was huddled up in the corner and someone said to me, "Good news, Trump is here and he has a gun." Oh, well, everything's fine. Let me get back to my cappuccino.
Well, are you against gun ownership?
No, and I'm for guns. I just want the right people to have them.
The mafia?
Well, they know what they're doing, clearly. I'd rather have a mob guy there with the gun. Maybe he shot it a couple of times.
Well, I think people who just want to blanket get rid of guns are missing the big picture. Guns are terrible, but it's crazy people that want to kill people. That's the real problem.
Yeah,
I'm not going out on a limb saying that, but it's like, once we get rid of guns, Paris keeps proving that you don't need to get rid of guns and people will still find a way to fucking kill people.
Yeah, if there's a way to just make sure, you could take some sort of test where someone could react well in that situation. Because all these guys are big tough guys with the guns. I got a gun, man. And then they get in one, situation where they might have to fight, and they all fucking fag out. I mean, come on.
Tell him, Ray Jean.
Just give the fucking gun to the guy. Here, you take this. It's like that episode of All in the Family, where the 2 black guys break in. Cleavon Little and Damon. We have a big arc and a liberal. Yeah. If we didn't have a gun, Archie, then they wouldn't have it. They get the gun.
How about when he answers the phone and because it's a neighbor calling and Cleavon Little answers a bunch of jigaboos. Okay.
You want a two jigaboo? just ripped off McCally's jewelry store. It might be in the area. That's Cleavon. Cleavon Little's known for that and the Blazing Saddles.
I forgot. I didn't realize that was Cleavon Little till you said it, and then I put the visual together. I'm like, that was it.
Norm Macdonald claimed the first week he moved to L.A., he was walking down the street in West Hollywood and he didn't know it was like the gay part of town. And
Sure he didn't.
Well, that's a story. But a car pulled up, like a big town car pulled up, and the guys running like, whistling at him and saying, come on, come with us. And Norm was like, what are you talking about? Like, he was like, oh, naive farm boy, whatever. And Cleavon Little was one of the guys in the car.
I could see that.
I guess, there were rumors about Cleavon.
So he's doing well.
Yeah. Well, I think he's dead.
He's got some extra money.
He's one of those guys who died of a mysterious liver disorder.
Ooh. From his, what was it, watermelon juice diet? That was Liberace.
Who?
Liberace was like watermelon.
I'm talking about Cleavon Little.
But it was a weird.
Remember? Liberace. Yeah.
It's like, he died from his he was weak from his watermelon juice diet. Or something.
Liberace had the package. So what happened with Rondo? So there's a gay referee in the NBA. He wasn't out, and Rondo, everyone knew it.
Yeah, apparently he wasn't out, but everyone knew it, and he got mad, and he got called for a foul, and he kept calling him a motherfucking faggot.
What do you call a guy if he's gay to insult him?
Well, I mean, yeah. The same thing.
Like, you're an Italian guy, you say guinea, It's like,
he said, you're a faggot, you're a motherfucking faggot, and then they're like, you're suspended.
And he's like, stop it!
Yeah.
That's a...
Scratched his eyes
double
out.
dribble!
Scratched his eyes out.
That's a free throw!
But then his apology was even worse or something.
Yeah, well, of course, you don't apologize.
Oh, when you make people apologize, it's just the fucking worst.
I had the gay comments I made on Stern, I got in trouble, I'd apologize. The apology's worse.
The cupcake, you came out with a cupcake to apologize, didn't you?
No.
Wasn't your Crumbs cupcake?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Remember you had that Crumbs cupcake?
No, just stop talking.
Okay. Artie never
had nothing to do with it. I had a cupcake. I wouldn't have a gay apology.
Can you delete the past minute when Daddy implied that Artie had a cupcake?
How about delete Geno's here?
Can you just back up and
no, it had nothing to do with a gay fucking apology.
I thought that was part of it.
What makes you think that's?
I happen to like cupcakes.
Yeah,
because I'm obviously misremembering. I thought the whole sale of the cup. What did the sale of your cupcakes benefit?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's Crumbs Bakery. That's what it benefited.
Okay. Never benefited anything. Making this all up.
I guess it was some charity. I fucking forget.
Okay.
I believe that there should be marriage equality.
Ugh. That guy was on the Tonight Show, by the way. Just checked.
Because there was a similar thing with the umpire that what's his face? Who's a great second baseman for the Blue Jays?
Damaso Garcia?
No, before him.
Alomar?
Roberto Alomar.
Alomar, yeah. Remember Roberto Alomar spit on the
yeah.
The ump called him gay. The ump called Alomar gay, supposedly.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. And
I think my cousin Franklin knew Roberto Alomar.
there were rumors. There were rumors about Alomar too. I guess he never came out, but I don't know if he was gay or not. But there were rumors he was, and the ump called him a fag.
Dude,
and Alomar spit on him, which is the new. I guess that's the new thing.
I saw him once after a game. Honest to God, you're gonna make fun. You should, but I was hanging out with Franklin and David Wells, and he was wearing
Who's Franklin?
My cousin. It's the thing, but he was wearing a rainbow He was wearing a matching rainbow parachute.
Okay, well,
like sweatsuit.
Well, the jury's out. A matching rainbow.
I swear to God, it wasn't like rainbow.
Well, he's either gay or Puerto Rican.
Walked right into that. But that's true. You can't be sure because it was like those colors too. Swear to God. That's hilarious.
A non-Puerto Rican guy wearing that is definitely gay.
But Puerto Rican, it adds that. It's a gray area.
I'm Puerto Rican.
I said gray.
I'm not gay. I'm Puerto Rican. Did you ever go to the Puerto Rican Day Parade by mistake? I went to that parade by mistake a bunch of times.
It's the only time white people go. Oh, crap. That's this weekend?
Yeah, exactly. When Giuliani was mayor, he didn't even try to be politically correct. Batten up the hatches. It's the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Get some wood and fucking hammer it to your windows. Oh, that was hilarious. You got 220-pound girls with belly shirts.
There's nothing we could do. Save yourselves.
Exactly. It was like Hurricane Sandy coming in. Get the fuck out of town. If you have a house in a white area, go there. Yeah, 200-pound girls in belly shirts with tattoos of their dead brother on their neck. That's someone I want to have a drink with.
I shouldn't have an erection right now.
Who's
right?
that?
I shouldn't.
Who's that? Oh, that's Juan. Oh, sad story. What happened to Juan? He got shot. That was my first guess.
He accidentally got shot 16 times.
I think he suffocated making pastries. But how about you saw a lot of those rainbow jumpsuits? That's when you saw them.
He's either gay or Puerto Rican.
Yeah, and they were always with hot chicks.
Which is why Ricky Martin was so hard to figure
Yeah,
out.
Good point.
What's going on here?
Ricky Martin.
Gay,
was,
Puerto Rican? I don't know.
Yeah, that was hard to figure out. He was the Puerto Rican Liberace. Was he Puerto Rican? No, he was Cuban.
Oh, he's Puerto Rican.
I thought he was Cuban.
He's Puerto Rican.
Oh, okay. Well, there's an exception. Yeah, here we go. Rondo. Well, again, in the sports world, you're not going to get a lot of sympathy, even in the football world. I know they say it, these players, but they're not going to be sympathetic towards the gay plight. It's just not happening. And it sucks. It does. They're going to have, gay players are probably better off staying in the closet. That's an awful life to lead. I mean, it does suck. I wish it was different, but a lot of these kids, first of all, they're young guys. They're from the South and Bible Belt South. A lot of these players.
Yeah. Tim Tebow.
They are taught from
Per se.
from birth. It's a sin. The guy I got in trouble on San Francisco. What was his name? Chris Culliver. I was at Media Day in New Orleans with the DirecTV show. Got us to Media Day. It was the last Media Day I got invited. I said to the guy Culliver, defensive back for the Niners, good player, and he's from Alabama, 24-year-old black kid from Alabama. Okay. I said, any gay guys on San Francisco? Any gay guys on the 49ers? And he goes, man, I don't play that. I don't go there, And then he just went on, and I just kept the microphone there. Everything he said was, I don't play that. That's soft, man. If you soft, don't come near me, man.
None of that sweet stuff.
None of that sweet stuff in the shower, man. So I played it on my show. It was the second biggest story of that week. Super Bowl.
Oh, that's great.
And I took DirecTV. I said, I'm getting you fucking publicity. I go to the NFL. We're in bed with them, and you're making our life miserable.
Well, you have to have a free speech in sports.
Yeah.
It's competition. It's aggressive.
Yeah. You'd think gay guys would be, they flourish. You're grabbing men. It's fine. But in that, listen.
You have such a wistful look on your face when you say that, Artie. You're grabbing men.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Listen.
There's a certain amount of freedom to it.
It's just that military mentality. And these kids from the Bible Belt, black kids, the culture, no way, man. It ain't happening. None of that sweet stuff. That's what he said.
Hey, look,
I have the clip if you want to hear
Yeah,
it.
let's hear it.
Oh, nice.
Said that God doesn't make any mistakes. And looking at me, do you think that's true?
Yeah, I do think that's true. Because he's God.
God doesn't make any mistakes, you think?
Nah, he ain't make no mistakes. He's perfect.
Give me an under-over on white chicks this week.
On white chicks,
How many are you going to bang this week?
none.
None?
I can't bang no white chicks before the Super Bowl.
This color,
Probably do all right with the ladies, I assume, right?
Yeah, I do real good. I'm cool with the ladies.
Really well.
Our ladies.
Now, what about gay guys? Have any of them approached you?
Nah, I don't do the gay guys, man. I don't do that.
Are there
Nah.
any on the 49ers?
Nah. They don't got no gay people on the team. They got to get up out of here.
There's none
if
in
they
Russia
do.
either.
Can't be with that sweet stuff. Nah.
Really? Is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
They might be able to play well. I mean,
Nah. You can't be in the locker room. Nah.
oh, okay. So they'd have to stay, keep it a secret.
Yeah, you gotta come out 10 years later after that.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea. Well, Chris,
actually
listen,
good
I
advice.
appreciate your time.
Oh, yeah, man, I appreciate
Good luck
it.
in the game. Good luck in the game, man. All right, be well.
Thank you.
It was a heartfelt
Matthew,
embrace,
all
too.
right.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man.
What's
I
offensive
played it
about
that.
that?
I played it that night on the show, and it blew the fuck up. It blew up.
Why is
so
that
I'm doing all
offensive?
these interviews. Well, because he said, there's no gay players come out 10 years later.
I thought that was brilliant
it's
advice.
just
though.
not accepting of gay people.
I was offended that he didn't want to sleep with white chicks. I think
I
that's
thought,
racist.
he
thought he
wanted
was
to.
being. I thought he was being facetious. There.
He wanted to.
But so that just that went crazy with the news, and I ruined that kid. The kid the next day he's got.
You know where he's playing now?
Interviews-
Me neither.
Well, no, he
Is he still there?
he had to go through gay training. He had to go visit gay facility AIDS
Sentenced
patients.
to 5 years at Broadway.
Well, he was and he had a shit game. Did he have a shit game there? Yes. He had a shitty fucking game. He got beat in the secondary
By Bolden.
by Bolton fucking twice.
Yeah.
And And yeah, he was very distracted. He did not like me.
He's on the Redskins now,
Yeah, no, he's a great.
yeah, he's playing pretty well, actually.
He's a great player.
which is an interesting
Call him and ask him
combination
what he
of.
thinks
Yeah.
of the name of the team.
Yeah.
That's the same people that think we need to get rid of every gun are the same people that think the Redskins name is some kind of problem to the fucking country. I hate those people.
Well, it's not a problem to the country.
And I don't just mean Redskins and Native Americans. I hate the people that don't like the name.
It's an offensive name. I mean,
It's got nothing to do.
with what?
I just feel it's It's misdirected, like anger and problems. People find problems to have. Like the name the Redskins is never. It's not like you're saying, "Oh, look at these fucking Indians."
Right.
It's the team name, and the team name came from where the team name came from, and that's it. But now people are like, now every time this is what people do. They give power to a word rather than the intent.
Right.
So every time you say Washington Redskins, you're slurring Native Americans. No, you're not. You're fucking retarded if you believe that.
Right.
You're talking about a football player. That's it. That's it. I mean, I've slurred
Well, what about-
other races while screaming at the Redskins when they're not fucking covering.
What about people?
But that's a whole nother
What
issue.
about Indians who are offended by it? What about them?
They even did a poll. Most Native Americans are not offended by that name. In fact,
Well, what
I would
about
say
the
the
ones that
same.
are, though?
Well, it's the same percentage of Native Americans, I would say, as white people that are offended by like gun laws and shit like that. It's the same thing. It's the same
No,
percentage of people in every race that need to be offended by something. No one joins the Redskins because they hate Native Americans. Deshaun Jackson was not like, I'm leaving the Eagles because my hatred of Native Americans is so strong. I would rather play for a team that represents a hatred of them.
No, you're not.
We live in
missing
a-
the point.
I'm not. You're missing my point.
Yeah, I know, because you're
Maybe
not
we're
making
each
one.
missing. Okay, not making a point.
No, yeah, I'm saying
I live in
there
Brooklyn.
are people who are offended by it. I mean, there is a percentage of people that are offended by it.
I didn't say people weren't offended by it. I'm saying the people that are offended by it, thereby acknowledging people are offended by it,
What would
and they're
it cost the team
douchebags.
to change the name?
Well, I guess
Would they lose a lot?
I mean, it wouldn't be a.
I don't think
it
it
wouldn't be a
costs a lot
drop
of
in a
money.
bucket for the
trying
guy.
to decide.
Yeah, I mean they have a brand.
well,
that
why are
they
they
built
holding?
over
Why would they be fighting it so hard? Like, what are they losing?
I mean, because they have a brand that's been
Yeah.
established as a very valuable property.
Yeah.
For a long time now.
Yeah,
Do
no,
you
I
think
mean,
they should change their name on
it
it?
doesn't personally doesn't offend me at all. But I'm saying if enough people are offended by it to where it's an issue, I mean, I guess it is a. I think it's funny.
By giving into these, we live in Brooklyn. Well, I live in Harlem, but Brooklyn. Every other day, you read about someone going out and spray painting a swastika on a fucking synagogue.
Right.
That's fucking hatred in action.
Well,
okay,
well, yeah, right, but that's
no
not-
one is
they're not a
fucking spray
professional
painting a
football-
Redskins logo on a fucking Indian casino. No one's doing this, but people are getting offended by it. It's stupid. It's
It's a much harder
misplaced.
thing to draw.
Still, if they could,
Gotta
you
get
can
out
get
of
a
there quick.
stencil.
Got to get out of there quick.
You got
Wait, I'm working on the
quickly.
headdress.
You can
officer.
get a. First of all, it's only one feather. So
I
it
mean, if
doesn't
it's
take that
enough
long.
to where we know about it, like, I think the owner is more like, yeah, just being like, no, fuck you. I'm not.
Yeah,
changing.
Snyder, he's being very, but I don't blame him.
Fans are,
All the problems in this country, and people are like, well, we really need you to change that name.
that's died down a lot, though, hasn't it?
By changing that name, I would go so far as to say we're furthering the stupidity of this country, saying like, all right, that will fix something. Getting rid of the name Redskins, it fixes nothing. It further placates jackasses that find problems with this shit. Oh, every time that guy's on the Washington Redskins. Oh, what? You see what you did? You must hate Native Americans.
Right.
Why? You saw what you did. Are you retarded? Find a fucking problem to get behind,
you're
not
not-
that.
you're talking-
Maybe the
you're
fact
not-
the Chargers can't fucking win. Did you see how they fucking lost? You get a fucking delay of game at the fucking 1 yard line with 2 seconds left?
You're having
I'm
He's
offended.
having a conversation with himself.
Yeah, well, no one else cares. Okay, we should change the name of the
No,
Redskins.
this is, I mean, well, what did you, let us know who wins your argument.
Well, I win.
Now you're having
I also lost.
Well, which one was you?
The winner. How come no one?
No, I think you should. Why not? Hey, swastika, Brooklyn.
Tell me this, and you're included, Dan, because you know. How come no one bitches about the Blackhawks or the Chiefs, or do they? And I just don't hear about that.
I don't know.
Not really. It's because the term Redskins is in it. That's what they objected. Now, the funny thing is, I think the Indians logo, which they started not using as much, is way more
Oh,
offensive.
the big teeth.
Oh, it's
That's
hilarious. It's so Sambo.
The
Indians
the
logo,
Cleveland Indians. Yeah, the big teeth.
He's like,
guy.
ha!
What's his name? Chief Wahoo?
Yeah.
That's another great name, Chief Wahoo.
So, I guess people haven't been talking about that a lot lately.
He's wearing a Blackhawks hat. No one cares. Explain the Blackhawks. Why no one cares about that, Dan?
We are glorifying the Chief Blackhawk, who was
Who's Chief Blackhawk? What did
he
he do?
was the head of the Midwestern Indians. I think it's the Sioux Nation. It was the Sioux Nation he was the head
Yeah.
of.
Okay. He was the head of the Sioux Nation.
I thought the Jews were the Sioux Nation. No? Nothing? This is a joke I'm having just with myself now.
I know.
Let me explain that to you people.
Which
they tend to litigate.
Which one of the argument is a hack comedian?
Both of them. They originally called the Coonhawks, though, weren't they? What? They changed their name, though. You're right. You're winning this. Okay.
Now that's a joke.
That's not better than the Sioux Nation was the Jews.
Now you're being sarcastic.
I'd like to thank you guys for coming to my little one-on-one session.
The point is, they're not losing business, right? No one's not going to the games, so it's not enough of a deal, I think.
I just feel it's one of those things. Like I feel in this is people find stuff to be concerned about when there's so many other problems, and that's what I feel it is.
Well,
that's it.
Okay.
But it was worth it just to get to the Sioux Nation thing. I think.
Yeah.
I think it was worth it.
Yeah.
I love Reese. Is like, yeah, I thought I got away from you.
You got to do fucking 5 Jew jokes a day or something like that.
The pitch was worth that wind.
Do you know it? I said this. You saw my football video today, this week, which, by the way, winless week, terrible.
Right.
Third time in 160 tries, winless,
Okay.
loser.
Yeah. Well, you didn't win any games, right?
Well, in that video, I won other picks, but it was bad.
Are you
Pretty
done?
Yeah. I'd like to thank you for your time, Arthur.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm going to turn my mic off for 3
the
minutes.
Geno section of the show.
Sorry. Thank you and sorry.
You say you have no anger. Both people in your argument were mad.
Daddy needs a therapist.
I don't know. So which I'm trying to decide which one was Geno?
That's the greatest line ever.
one was
Both
the
people in
asshole?
your argument were mad.
Yeah, and you claim there's no anger in you. You have two people at least inside. Where'd you sleep last night with the 5 open micers?
No, I was at Aunt Olga's all weekend. Had broccoli raw for lunch.
Are you there by yourself in that big house now?
I was putting Post-it pads on everything. I tweeted that.
That is depressing. The ghosts of the children who
I helped her put
grew
up
up there and went on to different things.
success, families,
College.
college. I did very well in college.
How is Aunt Olga?
She's great. She's amazing.
You went to college? Where'd you go?
UD, Blue Hen.
Delaware.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Graduated a long time ago, Artie.
You did.
You know, I'm
what
your
did you
age.
major in?
Business.
Really?
Yeah, and people are always like, well, you can always go back to business. Really? One of my classes were COBOL and Fortran. Yeah, I'd like to.
What do they
where
teach?
do I-
You'd
What do
also
they
have
teach
to
you?
explain a
Computers
20-year
were just
job.
coming out.
What do they teach you in a business class? Like, what do
I
they
was
teach?
drunk the whole time. I know that's hard to believe. And I graduated with honors, 3.25.
Well, what does that say?
It's a much harder school to get
A
into.
lot
now.
about
When
Delaware.
you got out, did you get a job?
Yeah.
You went to Delaware too, Flip?
I did.
Oh, I didn't know
See,
that.
this is meet the staff.
Where'd you go to school?
I started at Nassau Community
Oh, you
College.
did, all right.
And he's got a real job.
Come on.
You're the most successful one here.
So
God
you
bless
didn't go to real college.
Eventually I did, yeah.
Where was that?
I went to NYU.
Oh, okay.
God bless.
Well, NYU shit.
But I was always I wasn't smart, but I was a very good student. I was very good at partying and then doing well on the test, then forgetting it and going on to the next thing. I think there's a big difference between being like really intelligent and just being good at fucking being a student when you need to be.
Well, there's definitely a difference between being really intelligent and you. We'll find out what that is.
I don't get it.
No, I don't.
Exactly.
Can I apologize for something?
What, Dan?
For Geno's joke, because it was the Sauk Nation Indians, not the
Sauk
Sioux
Nation.
Nation.
Okay, thank
and then he would have never gotten that joke.
Well, he would
So I apologize
have
to
gotten
you.
us there. He would have gotten us there.
He handed me the punchline. It was Dan's joke. He handed me the punchline.
Thanks, guys.
Imagine if you didn't do the joke, Dan. After look, I handed that to you. Come on, I'm teeing him up, Pally. It wasn't even the Sioux Nation; it was the Sac Nation. I gave you that one.
And we didn't understand what had happened.
We need a funny podcast.
I got a little Sock Nation back in my bedroom. It's been a long week for Daddy.
Oh, see, you had a joke for that.
See?
What does that mean? Is that a masturbating joke?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was it.
Yeah,
Wow.
everyone else got it.
Man. I don't even know we should post this episode.
Can I have it for my sizzle reel?
For the first time,
I
like-
want to send it to Triple Arts.
Like the LA schools, I might cancel this. Like, we had a threat that Geno was going to have a conversation with himself. So we canceled the podcast.
You know, 2 people in there. They were both angry.
People emailed and said, listen, we have on a good authority Geno is going to
I could go watch
talk
Donnie
about his
Deutsch
videos.
and let you guys do a good podcast.
So, but you say the videos you do is not about the picks, it's about the jokes.
It is. It is.
So what are the jokes that... So people lost money, but at least they got jokes. What are the
Well,
jokes
I mean, I'm
this
still
week?
on dude, I was 13-1-1 against the spread going into this week. I was due for a market correction.
But what were the jokes this week?
You have to watch the video. I can't even remember them.
Can't
I do
remember the jokes.
I don't like doing. Here's the one joke I did for the Monday night game that I loved, and
Get
I think
ready.
it plays well on the air.
Get
I
ready.
simply said, I've had it with Tom Coughlin. They have an NFL record 5 games lost when leading with 2 minutes or less left. I said, I'm going to take the Dolphins because Tom Coughlin has given away more games this year than Toys for Tots will the entire month.
That's not really even a joke. It's more of like a statement. It's more like a political
Yeah, it's a joke,
statement.
but that's why I don't like doing the jokes.
It's more of something a mayor would say.
Video, but still, video 0 for 4. I kind of.
So what you're saying is, if people lost a bunch of money with your picks, they go, well, at least we had that joke.
You ready for this? I would love for people to.
At least what we won is laughter.
I would love if people like, oh, I lost all my money this week. I'd be like, you got to the party late, fucko.
Yeah.
All my other guys were 13-1-1. They're like, I guess I'll have to settle for being 67% against the spread for the past 4 weeks.
What we lost is our mortgage. What we gained is laughter.
Did you hear the Toys for Tots joke?
Oh, I've been repeating it all day. Boy, I'm known as the funniest guy in my fucking pool.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
That's
I
a
told
typical
that joke
gambler,
to my
man.
bookie, and he forgave me.
But
guys, listen, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm fed up with Tom Coughlin. Anybody want to know why?
Huh? With the elbow.
Apparently, you guys aren't Geno Bisconti subscribers, and that's gonna fucking benefit old Ed here again. Well, I'll tell you what. Tom Coughlin has given more games away than Toys for Tots has. Excuse me. Tom Coughlin and Toys for Tots have given away. No, excuse me. I'll be right back. Does anyone
Let's take a break.
Does anyone have an iPod? I just want to check one thing on my.
Why don't you ask me my record on the year, boo?
No, because
because you don't want to.
I don't want to. No,
That's
you're
right. You don't want to know how much money you missed out on this year so far.
I could care less.
Okay.
What's your record?
Rhymes with 60%, though. I'll tell you
your
that.
record?
Rhymes with 60%. 29 and 19.
Yeah. So what does that mean?
What do you mean?
But what about joke quality? What are your percentages there?
110% hilarious.
No. I'm back, guys. Where you going? Wait, before you go back to work, I'm fed up with Tom Coughlin. Did you guys? I wrote this down. Right on.
All these
I
can be
write down
seen.
the Geno podcast jokes. I don't know about you guys.
Use.
Are you girls fed up with Tom Coughlin? Who's Tom Coughlin? Well, forget it. You know Toys for Tots? Yeah. I'll forget it. You won't get it. Maybe the guys will get it. You guys Giant fans? No. You Geno Bisconti fans? No. Well, I'm a rarity here. Well, what are the other jokes that we could see coming up?
What's that? You got to go to the vids. They're fucking fantastic. GenoBisconti.com. It's there every week. Thanks for the retweet this week.
Is this one joke a week?
No, it's a joke for every pick. I did
11. What were you? You 0 for 3 in the picks. So far, 0 for 1.
Well, I do one video every week.
Right.
I do one signature video called Geno's Picks I've been doing for 8 years. So that's the one people watch. But now that I'm on the site, I went 5-5 against the spread this week, which isn't that great.
No, it's horrible.
No, because you broke even because one of the picks was I had...
You lost with the VIG.
No, you didn't, because you know what I did for the Army-Navy game? I said take the under. And I said do a little parlay on Army to the under.
Oh.
So you would have... And that's not normally the case, but like if you follow on Twitter and you don't, but a lot of our fans do,
Right.
like my record like the past month has been... It's just been dumb luck, ridiculously good.
Okay.
So this is a great week now. Everyone's like, I'm done with Geno. He had a losing week or whatever.
This is like Geno's biography.
Well, you kind of brought it up, and I appreciate that.
I know. Well, let's keep the answers to under 10 minutes here.
Well, I'm not just going to
I mean, you're defending yourself. You seem to be very defensive and uptight about the fact you were 0 for 3. So you're very
0 for 4.
Well, okay.
0 for 4.
Okay, ask me my percentage. It rhymes with mixed percent.
Yeah,
right? You know, here's my joke.
60 is the
and
answer,
you keep
by the
going
way.
back to Army Navy 5-5. You seem very defensive. Are you guilty for people losing money?
I do feel like when I did really well, I started getting all these new fans, and I'm like, oh, now I got to win. And I choked.
Yeah. Jay Cutler. Oh, did you see the Jay Cutler brother? That's right. By the way, that came out. Jay Cutler, that Christine Cavallari. What's her name? Cavallari?
Cavallari, now that.
The chick from Laguna Hills or whatever. Her brother, fucking look how lost in the Utah wilderness and was found dead.
Well, there was more to that story.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, they found his car running with the airbag.
Wait
What
a
was
second.
It? No.
First situation was the police were called by some woman, and he was like outside her house with it. Did he have a gun? Yeah,
Oh,
a shotgun.
my
In the
God.
trunk.
Shut up.
Really?
Shotgun in the trunk.
And so did he know the woman? Obviously.
Obviously, he was
Yeah.
involved with her. Yeah. So he leaves, and I guess
my
he got in a car accident, and the airbag was deployed, and he got out of the car and just wandered into the woods.
Oh my God! And so it's not suicide. He just got lost in the woods, kind of thing.
I'm guessing from what I read, unless Dan knows something different, that he just like hit his head, and just
He hit his. Oh my God!
The less Dan says, the better. I
What a-
think he's one of the suspects.
What a
with his
terrible
hatred.
story.
I brought up on the podcast you put up every Friday. Thank you. And I brought it up, and I just started giggling of you saying he might have been killed by bears. How great
If,
would that
he was
be?
killed by bears, it's a great story. It's a great.
still
It's
fucking
almost
funny.
like Joe Theismann being killed by Redskins.
Whoa,
Indians.
with the language.
Listen. I like to make fun of it because I like making fun of Jay Cutler, but that's a horrible.
Yeah.
That broad has got to be very depressed.
But
very,
that
very
is
sad.
and there's no more details have come out since then. He's been gone
I read
nearly
this
a week,
I
right?
read this a few days ago.
Yeah.
Like I said, maybe.
They found his body a couple of days ago. You know.
Yeah, but the details have got to emerge.
So the
pretty
chick,
quickly.
well, about the chick, obviously, sounds like a terrible breakup. So he had a shotgun. Good for him.
Yeah.
It's good that.
I want to hear his side of the story. What did
you know,
she do?
I wish he was. If he was in one of the cafes in Paris, it'd be a much different story. Christine Cavalleri's brother, clearly very stable. I'm glad he had a shotgun.
It was in the trunk, so I think that was.
Oh.
That's why it was okay.
Is he a carrier? Is he a perfect
I
carrier?
think if it's locked in the trunk, it's I don't know, you're allowed to have it in the trunk. Something about the trunk.
You could just have it in the trunk.
I think so.
That helps during a carjacking. Excuse me, guys. Can I just get to the trunk? Can you guys hand me something?
Just gonna reach through the back seat here.
Yeah, right. I know you want the car, and you want to rape my girlfriend. I just got to get something out of my knapsack. What you want out of your knapsack, motherfucker? It's a gun. We'll be taking that. Okay. Now we'll be raping your girl at gunpoint. You ever been involved in any sort of? I thought of this. I was in the 35 years, whatever. I've been going to New York City, longer probably. I'm 48 years old. I can't remember the first time I was ever in New York. I got robbed one time. I got mugged once outside of Penn Station. I was 24 years old. I did a set at the comic strip, and I was late, and I took a cab because I couldn't. I didn't have time for the subway. Down to Penn Station to catch the last train to Jersey, and I got out of the fucking cab. I'm paying the cab driver. I had my wallet out, and a kid who may or may not be the same nationality as the guy from Ricky Martin. He may or may not be that same.
But he was wearing a
I'd have-
rainbow.
He was wearing a rainbow jumpsuit.
Yeah.
He had a tattoo of his dead brother on his neck.
Carlos.
He said, "Yo, man, you got the time?" And I fucking had a watch on. I looked at my watch and fucking.
You knew immediately.
No, that's a naive move, man. When I looked at my watch, I'm holding my wallet in the other fucking hand. He snapped the fucking wallet and ran. And I was so fucking pissed off. I ran after him. No way I would have caught him. Just not even a chance. So I just yelled out the evilest shit I could think of. Like, when I catch you, motherfucker, I'm gonna fucking shove your fucking arm up your asshole. And he fucking got scared and dropped the wallet.
Really?
And I never would have caught him. I guess he said, "Fuck this. This guy's nuts." He drops the wallet. I grab the wallet. Everything is intact. Put it in my pocket. And I missed the fucking last train. I slept on the Penn Station floor till 5 a.m. till the next fucking train back to Jersey.
And I got raped.
Which I did, and I was raped. But that was the
You vocally scared a
I
New
did.
York City Puerto Rican thief.
Yes, I scared the fuck out.
Dropping
You heard him with your
He
words.
must have thought I was in the mafia or something. I go, "You motherfucker, a dirtbag scumbag." I don't remember if I said anything derogatory towards Puerto Ricans. I probably didn't. Without question, I did not.
Wow.
If you're different, they're lying. I hope that kid went on to go to college. But I'm thinking, you talk about all the terrorist attacks, guns. That's the only time there was no gun involved. He didn't even have a knife or anything. The kid figured, fuck it, I could probably grab that wallet and run.
could take him,
Yeah. But have you ever been robbed going to New York City?
You ready for this? I came the closest I've ever come to being attacked this past Thursday night. I'm taking the subway back. And it's just, and in hindsight, I can't even explain it other than a guy. You ever see one of those longboards that people, skateboard on?
Yeah.
Some dude.
Skateboard, you mean?
Yeah, but
a long skateboard? I don't understand what you're saying.
It's called a long skateboard. They're called a longboard, right?
You mean a big skateboard?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I call them. I don't know.
So a guy gets on the subway Thursday night, and it's a regular car. And this tall, slender, good-looking black dude. I'll say good-looking black dude rather than what I'm thinking.
Was it Blair Underwood?
Not that good-looking, but more like a.
Was it the cast of L.A. Law?
It's Blair Underwood more on the New Adventures of Old
Had you
Christine.
wandered onto the set of the L.A. Law reunion? Yeah.
So he gets on and he's yelling at some dude, regular older looking white guy, and the white guy doesn't get on, and he flicks.
The white guy was regular looking.
He had a sweater, very Christmassy.
So good looking black kid.
Yeah.
Regular looking white guy.
Tall, about 6, and so he sits down next to me and he flicks a cigarette at the guy. Right? This is Thursday night. Swear to God.
On what train?
The 6 train.
Okay.
The N-word train. The N train. 6 train. So he sits next to me, and all of a sudden he stands up acting weird. He points the longboard at me, and he goes 5. He stands up. He's 5, 4, 3, and I'm looking at him like, what? 2, 1, and he swings it. I swear to God, I'm a dead. As hard as he can at my head.
Really?
And I don't know if it missed by.
Maybe he's counting down to the live broadcast of the MTV Video Awards.
I don't know if it missed my head by an inch or a foot because I'm like, it's over. I shot and then I was like, I picked up my bag, I walked away, and I just gave him a look like, what the fuck?
Did he subscribe to your videos?
That's what I was thinking too.
Before.
Was he 0 for 4?
This was before. I hadn't even lost yet. And then he just.
And that joke sucked too.
But then he starts burning a dollar bill saying it's a 20 and throwing pills.
Wait, go back. So wait a minute. He flicks the cigarette at the white guy.
Yeah.
And then what happens? How does that altercation end?
The door's shutting and the guy's like not getting on. This is when he gets on.
So you're on the train now.
Just sitting there working on my
Oh, the other
sports
shit happened on the platform.
Yeah.
So you get on, the white guy doesn't get on the train.
No.
So now it's you.
And the Blair Underwood looking guy.
The very good looking
About
white
6'3".
black guy.
Yeah.
And he takes the board and puts it in your face.
He's sitting there like a stop or two, and then he stands up and he's pointing it at me.
Anyone else on the train?
Yeah, it was crowded. It was like at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night.
Are you sober?
Relatively.
Yeah. Okay.
No, seriously.
You're hallucinating.
I was sober. Seriously, I was
So
like,
it was 5, 4.
I'm on my laptop too. I'm not sitting there looking. I'm not even paying attention to him.
So the black guy could count backwards. Bullshit. Go ahead. No, wait a minute.
But in hindsight, I don't think he wanted to hit me because he kept doing weird shit. Because I walked.
Was on dust or something?
Maybe because then they stopped the train. So then the train doesn't move.
That sounds like zooted or something.
So the train is sitting there not moving, and I get off and I realize, they're calling security.
Right.
And I get off and I'm on the platform at 42nd, and you hear
On you.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives
Geno.
Matter.
Jeez.
And
this
guy,
motherfucker came at me.
And so they sit there saying police incident to the 6th train at 42nd, and they're saying it, and it goes on for 5 minutes, and then the guy must realize he walks off the train onto the next car.
Where's the racist cops you hear so much about?
And the train drives off, and I go to like some MTA guy with them. I'm like, are they going to arrest him? He goes, maybe at the next stop. I'm like, all right.
It was the weird statement. If they arrest him, they have to give us.
In hindsight, I don't think he wanted to hit me because he kept doing weird look at me shit. But still,
he was on something. That angel dust shit is very scary.
I mean,
that's why I'm telling you, that video of the kid in Chicago, the guy who shot him 30 times. That guy's obviously that cop's going down. But
I haven't seen.
There's a lawyer for those cops that are preparing a defense. And if you know anything about angel dust, if a cop is experienced in it and could tell, they found out later with the tox report he was on angel dust, the guy. But if you know anything about like PCP, and if the cop can prove that visually, and this is definitely possible, that visually from experience he could tell the guy was on PCP, that could create a total reasonable doubt in a juror's mind. And that cop could get acquitted, which means just fucking count Chicago. Just don't go to Chicago
ever.
They'll blow it up.
It'll look like the Buck Rogers.
I mean, because the guy's like 6 feet. The guy's 6 feet from him, and he's clearly aggressive, and he's got a gun. So, the kid had a gun, right? A knife. Okay, he had a knife, and it says that the big thing with the cop is the kid was going away from him. But with PCP, the kid could be going this way, and then, like what you just said, you don't know what the fuck they're going to do and come right at him, and they have superpowers. Like, they go through bullets.
Well, he had already
Yeah,
stabbed the windshield and stabbed one of the cop's tires. So
right, yeah.
What?
He had already assaulted the cop's windshield with the knife and the tires. They were inside the car.
I'm telling you, that is a powder keg that is fucking, because if those cops get a good attorney, without question, all they have to prove is that the cops, through experience, which can be proved, knew the kid was on angel dust from basically seeing how he was acting.
Did you see the photo, though? He's in the cap and gown. I just don't.
I love when they always do
here's
that.
what I'm confused about. He didn't graduate high school. He was like a junior. So where did he get the cap and gown?
Anywhere. I went to a grade, what was a kindergarten graduation where they got a cap and gown.
I didn't graduate from high school on time. I had to go to summer school. They gave me a gown and I lost it somewhere. And my mother wanted pictures, so at the summer school graduation, I took my buddy's gown. It's not my gown I'm wearing in the pictures.
But that's the photo. Anytime someone does something, they just push that photo out, the cap and gown.
I've said that countless times. That's not my gown I'm wearing.
Yeah.
In those pictures.
So that's I'm telling you, man. And you talk about the guy's life. He's going to want, and what is Rahm Emanuel? How does he act towards that? If he does one thing positive for this cop, he's completely fucked. So what you're looking at is a guy that might be able to get acquitted that's for the wrong reasons is not going to be, because it's over. The guy could have been thinking he was saving his life by shooting the kid if he knew he was on dust. Because there's reports that those kids get shot and just keep coming.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
No, everyone knows.
Yeah, So I don't know. That's a fucked up situation. But that if there's any cop that's going down, it's that guy.
I haven't seen that video yet. That's nuts.
The kid is walking away from him. That's true. But
he's walking.
He's got the knife. He's not surrendering. He's not retreating. He's
goes
walking with a knife.
Yeah, he goes like this. He makes a move the other way, but the knife is here, and he's still erratic. He's not going.
So he shoots him 30 times. Does he is he?
Which you would do if a guy's on dust. You go, this is how much I need.
But here's my question: if he's by the time he gets to say shot 15, is the guy falling down, or is he still? What's he doing?
Well, that's the problem. The guy,
where is he at the 10th, 15th, and 30th bullet?
The guy fell on the ground. He kept shooting. Right.
You know the best way not to get shot is not to attack a cop car with a knife. That
I guarantee that kid. I guarantee that kid, if he survived it, wouldn't even remember it. He wouldn't even remember it. He was probably in a blackout. There's different kinds of blackouts. Like with booze, you're not usually violent. You're very controllable. But with that shit, my God, it's a different kind of high. It turns you into a superhero maniac of some sort. Yeah.
wow.
Which is,
You ever been robbed?
I was going to say, in New York, did you ever come close in New York? Not a lot, because
I've never been close.
Not a lot of people have stories.
I've been robbed on Long Island.
Yeah.
In New York, I'd say the most recent incident, I was on a
Jesus.
train on Saturday night, like 8 o'clock, packed train.
What a
from
weekend.
downtown. And 3 black dudes walk on the train, and one's talking real loud about, I got money, I got cars, you don't know me. It's getting louder and louder, and all of a sudden, none of the white people are looking at him. Everyone's looking at the floor.
You might be in a Belle Biv DeVoe video. You never know.
All of a sudden, he starts screaming about Mike Brown, Sean Brown, who's
the kid in St. Louis.
yeah,
Michael Brown. Right?
He's still dead, by the way.
Louder.
Well, that came out as that he was.
Michael Brown was my cousin. You'd all be dead. Now he's screaming.
Right.
He's screaming it, and
Right.
he's making a space for himself on the train because no one wants. And I'm standing there, and I got my hand up. I don't know what this guy's gonna do.
Yeah.
And he's got 3 friends with him, so I'm gonna
I have
take.
no idea.
I thought I was gonna take a beating. I was like,
Right.
they're gonna stomp the crap
If
out
that
of me.
guy, so what guy? If that guy starts assaulting an older woman, what do you do? Do you get involved?
Yeah. At that time,
I think I would too. You have to do that.
I'd
right?
take her person.
there was no illusions. I was like, if I'm gonna take a beating. There's 3 guys here. They're gonna stomp me in the dirt. Another black guy who I didn't see from behind me gets up and goes, "Yo, my dude, why the fuck you cursing in front of my kid?"
Oh,
and then they start getting into it.
Oh, she was mad at the other.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
it was great. But now,
Thank God for that guy.
But at this point, every white person on the train just wanted to just.
When people are fucked up, you don't know what's going to happen. And in New York, you're right. That's a perfect example. You don't. What the fuck is going to happen here? Anything.
People look for that's more, and I don't know his backstory obviously, but I hate when people do that. They bring up something ridiculous to make it like that guy last year that shot the 2 cops. He'd already killed his wife in Maryland, or his girlfriend in Maryland. He drove up here and he knew he was going to go to jail, so he just shot 2 cops and said, "I'm getting back at
Oh well, yeah,
I'm getting back
be
for all
revenge killings too."
But it had nothing to do. It's just that's this guy. Oh, Michael Brown's my cousin. Now let me punch somebody.
Something recently happened with Michael Brown where they found out for sure that cop was in danger of being killed, right? What happened with that? They came out with some magazine came out with the biggest lies of 2015.
Well, they had witnesses that didn't want to go on record, but were like, "No, I saw it."
Right. That he didn't have his hands up. The story was he had his hands up and saying, "Don't shoot," and that was the battle cry for Michael Brown. Hands up. I'm sorry, hands up, don't shoot. And the kid clearly, the evidence shows you he was going.
But they had a photo of him in a cap and gown.
Right. Yeah.
I don't get
that was the most annoying one. And the thing that gets me is they show the video moments before of him basically bullying a clerk, saying, "What are you going to do about it?" But I'm sure a minute later he's like, "Don't
That
shoot."
clerk,
you don't think he still had that mindset? And
the
looked
video
at
of the
cop and said,
clerk
"What the
is-
fuck do you want?"
The video of the clerk is very damning.
It's damning.
Yeah, but
That's
again,
a piece of shit. And by the way, if you're on Michael Brown's side, check. He's still fucking dead.
It doesn't. Okay. It doesn't.
There's the anger.
It doesn't. The argument that he didn't have a gun doesn't make sense either. But the cop had a gun, so if the kid gets into a fight with the cop, he could get the cop's gun.
And he's used to getting
Which
his
means-
way because
yes,
he bullies for
which means the
stuff.
cop, if he goes at the cop, his life's in danger, so he can shoot him because he might get the gun from him, or just fucking smash his head on the ground. The guy in Cleveland who shot the kid with the toy gun, that's a shitty one. The guy in South Carolina is the only one where that cop was just did the wrong. Oh my god! The guy was running away from him, and instead of the guy couldn't even run that fast. Instead of running, no effort, just shot the guy in the back.
Yeah.
That guy's going down.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. The first 3 shots, he should be tried for murder, and the last 4 should be premeditated murder. It's like, what are you doing?
Well, why would anybody become a cop now is the point. Why would anybody become a police officer? And we need them, man. Because, again, those guys in San Bernardino, those cops became our army. Like, if the war is here and you say it's a world war and it's a new kind of war where this is the kind of, warfare we're dealing with, those cops became the U.S. military in San Bernardino. And they killed the people. But we lost 14 Americans. That's a shit day in a war, especially the Gulf War. That's a shit day. You usually hear 4 or 5 Americans died. 14 went in that battle before the cops could get them. So shitty pay, shitty, you're under fire and no one gives you the benefit of the doubt anymore. And the people are videotaping everything. Is it fucking worth it?
Great benefits.
Yeah, I guess.
Good medical.
Yeah, right. Not great enough.
But don't you think like 90? It's the 90-20. Good math, Geno. But it's like that small percentage of terrible cops that ruin it for all the good cops, and a lot of them probably get into it just out of literally that crazy loyal devotion to family and country.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like growing up on Long Island, it's just what you did. A lot of my friends.
I got a lot of buddies who are cops. Sure.
Yeah, it's just take the test. You got to take the test. You got to take the test. You got to take the cop test, the fireman test, the garbage man test.
Unbelievable. The police.
Shut the fuck up.
The cop
Take the
test.
test.
Hear about this? The cop test with a bunch of my friends is the first test they ever passed.
What about a drug test?
No, never. Yeah. So, you get people that, probably go in for the wrong reasons. Yeah, a lot of it's family. It's just the pay though is terrible. So if corruption, like those cops on the 7-5, those guys were making $300 a week. Jesus. $300 a week to be a cop in the 80s in East New York, Brooklyn. What? You don't think I'm selling a little blow on the fucking side? Holy fuck, $300 a week. What does that cover? Nada. So it's a shame, but I don't know. What's the starting salary for a cop in New York? It's real shitty.
City?
Yeah.
City, I think it might be like 40.
Yeah.
How do you know?
40 grand.
Because the good money is Long Island. Suffolk County, I think, pays the most.
It's totally retarded. The safer neighborhoods are the more pay.
I think Suffolk's 110 starting, and I think Nassau
110,000 in
Nassau's
Suffolk
90.
County.
Yeah, those are the good. Those are the tests. You take the test because you might get called, and that's
But
the
the South
lottery.
Bronx, South Bronx is 40.
No. That's the thing. You take the city test. You don't know where you're going to
Free
put you.
handgun and 28 grand a year.
And where do you live for 40 grand? You got to live out. You can't.
In August.
You can't afford it. Exactly. Exactly. You live with Geno.
It's 5 roommates in Harlem.
You have cops and comedians who still haven't made it. Well, maybe they do a video, but it's still that. What a shame. What a fucking shame. And you have to go where they put you, right?
For the city. But I mean, like, it's like anything else. You hope you know someone. Maybe you get a good.
Yeah, everybody's got somebody they know. Yeah.
You hope. You hope you get Manhattan. That's what you want.
Manhattan's the best city assignment, of course.
Midtown,
right?
Manhattan, tourists taking photos with tourists and.
Yeah, I had the cop helicopter Mike. You met him, Geno, right? He was on the road with me.
I never flew in that thing, thank fucking God.
Yeah, he took me in the helicopter a bunch of times. But he worked Midtown. He was in the Army. Then he went with the first Gulf War, and then he went to the police. And because he was in the Army, he had to do 15 instead of 20. So he did 15 with the cops, and he was assigned for, I think, 7 or 8 years in Times Square, Midtown.
It's the one you want.
He would go in the fucking, what's that hotel? The hotel at the Broadway Hotel on 8th Avenue.
The Carlisle?
That is the lullaby of old Broadway. Where the fuck that commercial? Whatever the fuck it is. They would go in the hotel, and it was just like tourists complaining about their luggage or something.
That guy gets the same as the guy in the South Bronx.
Yeah. That's unbelievable. Okay, what the fucking guy?
But didn't Times Square used to be crazy?
Well, yeah, but not South Bronx crazy.
Okay.
More like it was crazy in a more like laughable way. Like
and it
wow,
was
look
well
at that.
lit crazy.
Well, yeah, that guy's knitting a hook rug with a Boz Scaggs shirt on. It's just more like that's funny. That guy has a blender and he's trying to sell it. But South Bronx, you're in danger. For me,
that guy's got a hook hand.
Yeah, right. We'd go into Times Square. Me and my buddies to get fake ID.
I did that.
Well, in the 80s.
I did that.
Well, in the 80s, and it was disgusting, but it was funny. Show World with the guy with the microphone. Okay, pussy. That's some guy in Show World with a beard. Huge, like really grotesque looking guy. With a beard, like a Rick Rubin looking type. And that's what he would try to get people up to the third tier. Pussy. On the third tier. Come on, we got black pussy. We got Puerto Rican pussy. We got every kind of pussy. And you'd go there. Because you wanted everything.
You get a fake ID and they upsell you. You got a fake ID? You also want a switchblade?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, all right.
The guy said, you want a high school diploma? Guy said, you want a pilot license? I said, what? I'll never forget, my fake ID was from Seneca College in upstate New York. He goes, what do you need? Anything else? You need a nurse's ID? He goes, you need a pilot license?
What
I said, what do you need a pilot license? What would you do? He goes, you'll get it. I go, what do you mean get in? Where? He goes, anyway, where do you want to fly? I go, I mean, I can fly United this afternoon? The guy made it sound like if I bought a license from him for $18 at 10 a.m., by 2 p.m., I could be flying the United flight to Orlando.
Come on, it's not that hard. You get in there, you push a few buttons.
I got a guy get your uniform. What size are you? One of those guys.
You want to be a pilot or co-pilot?
Get your
Pilot or co-pilot? Pilot's $2
you should start with the co-pilot. What size are you? I gotta get your wings. I gotta get your security clearance.
If it was a sitcom, it would flash forward 10 minutes and you'd be, this guy's good. You'd be flying the plane.
Yeah.
This guy's good.
Wow. It's like an episode of What's Happening. Yeah, exactly. That's what he made it sound like. Like pilot license.
You'd be reading the fake license. This is your Captain Steve Windmere.
Now, excuse me, sir. Like after the crash, do you have a license? Yeah. Can I see it, please? Sure. That uniform looks a little tight. Sorry.
Well, everything checks out. You're free to go.
Well, let me
the
see.
Plane is burning behind.
Like the cops. Like, wait a minute. Where'd you get this? A pilot license for $18?
It's great. It's amazing.
Yeah. What the fuck am I going to do? You want to say you want a high school diploma? That's what he said. From what high school? Pick one.
Can't fly a plane without a high school diploma.
Yeah, you can fly a plane without a high school diploma? What are you, an asshole? So if you get, look, I'll give you a break if you get both at the same time. I'm not an asshole. I'm responsible. I'm not going to sell a guy a pilot's license without selling him a high school diploma. I'm not giving you a fake pilot license without a fake high school diploma.
It'd be too curious.
What do you want to do? You want to be a lawyer? You want to argue some cases this afternoon?
You're sitting there in front of the plane wreckage.
Want to be a DA? The plane wreckage. You have your license on you? Oh, yeah.
I'm going to need to see your high school diploma as well.
A fiery wreck. You have your high school diploma? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's all in order. Well, this is an order. You can go.
You're free to go.
We might have to call you. All right. I'm free. Yeah, you're free to go.
Everything checks out.
How's that knee? You get some Viking from that guy.
Want a pilot's license?
Yeah, I'll never
That's
forget.
the
Me and my buddies
funniest
laughed
fucking
about that
thing.
forever. Yeah, that's when Times Square changed in '94 officially when Giuliani came in and basically sold it to Disney. You know, he took all that Disney money. I mean, the city was dying. That's what everyone was saying. You know, it was gritty and it was fun and all that bullshit, but it was going down from the '70s and all those blackouts, the fires in the South Bronx. The '77 World Series, I was at the game with my father. The entire South Bronx driving through it was a war zone. It just was on fire. You know, kids like playing around in rubble. And the city, you know, never recovered. And I guess Giuliani saw an offer and said, fucking, Disney said, we want all these theaters. All those porn theaters were old theaters from the 30s and 40s. Had, you know, vaudeville and dance shows and shit. And the shell was there. That's like where the Lion King is now. Disney just took over and built everything up. And then they, you know, gave all the child molesters Mickey Mouse suits. That's what it seems like.
And now they work in front of Toys R Us in Times
That's
Square.
what it seems like.
It's amazing. People have their kids take photos with those things.
I know.
And they just assume, because they're
grotesque.
standing in front, they're like, oh, this guy must work for
It's-
Toys R Us.
Right. Oh, yeah. Well, he has a Toys R Us license.
And some of the
And a pilot's license.
and some,
What do you want?
Some of the outfits are so like dirty. You ever walk by and see an Elmo and like,
Oh, how often do you think they get washed?
oh my god.
You think the supervisor's like, did you wash the Plutos? No. Okay, fine, fuck it. Go home. We're not going to wash the Plutos today.
But don't a lot of them just buy the suit and that's it. They own the suit.
That's
it's like,
it, yeah.
It'd be like if I just bought an Elmo suit and went out there and said, pose with me. That's it. And they keep all the money.
I feel like a light bulb just went off above your head.
Wow.
What am I doing here?
Like, I could just buy this suit.
Wasting my money on fucking football picks.
Wait a minute.
When I can
You're
dress
like Ralph
naked
Crampton.
in
We're
a
like
red-
Ralph Crampton. The suit cost me $10. The prize for best suit is $15, which gives me a profit of $5.
Is that true?
That's the
I never-
costume party episode.
I never watched. I have not seen probably 3 episodes in my life, and I know I should
Of
be
the
watching.
Honeymooners?
Yeah, I never. That was
How are you in
just.
comedy?
I'm barely in comedy. Let's be honest. That's it.
All right, Alice. If you give me $10, I can go as Billy the Kid. I'll give you a tin can. You can go as Billy the Goat.
Is that what she said?
Alice. Gleason was a genius. Yeah, you know, there was delis in Times Square that were disgusting. Live sex shows. I remember I got my buddy. We went to a deli. We were starving. Like 2 a.m. We were drinking out of a brown paper bag all night. This had to be like summer of '84, and my buddy got a tuna salad sandwich at this delicatessen. It was like green. And he said, my buddy said, "Look at this." And the guy yelled in the back, goes, "Talk to Tony about changing the tuna."
Talk about it.
He said, "Talk to Tony
Talk about it.
changing the
Let's
tuna."
not rush into anything.
We're going to have a meeting on this.
Yeah, don't eat it. Give me it. Want a pilot license?
It's one of my
I'll
favorite.
take a tuna salad and a pilot license.
One of my favorite stories ever from this.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I'll never forget. That's what he said. Is he's trying to get more business. And my buddy was laughing. I was laughing too. He said, "How much?" He said, "Hey, I'm there for $18."
I love it.
Hey, be flying United today.
I guess back then though, you could use that to get a discount on airfare. Be like, hey, I'm a pilot.
No, I think you just sneak on the plane.
Maybe
That's what they do.
because it was a different time.
There's definitely. You're right. There's definitely advantages to having a pilot license that are, besides flying. Yeah, right. I mean,
I
assume-
still like your story better. I mean, but I mean, there must have been. I'm just saying how much times have changed. Like I remember when I was
Sure.
like in the late '90s, I had a friend who was a stewardess, and I flew to Europe like 3 times, really cheaply.
right shit like that.
Yeah,
cheap,
but not
cheap
anymore.
airfare.
That's gone. All that shit's gone.
What do you want to go to Brussels? What do you want?
Still like that.
Be in Paris this afternoon.
You're standing in front of the crash. Do you have a pilot? You have a license?
God.
So
You
there's,
want to go to the Champs-Elysees in Paris for $20?
there's this black comic wrote a book on how to
a
do
couple, I checked.
Well, on how to do comedy on the black circuit, Chitlin circuit.
Right.
And
There's a chapter on the Titanic, Artie.
One of the chapters is befriend someone that works at the airlines
Yeah.
and pay them $3,000.
Right.
And then you could fly anywhere on standby for the whole year.
Yeah.
They put you on their list.
Is that still apply?
Well, the other thing is my buddy pretended to be the gay partner of a pilot for a long time, and what a major favor this pilot did because the guy wasn't gay, but the people had to believe he was gay and we worked with because he said and my buddy Jimmy $10, Jimmy Palumbo, $10, a flight. And Jimmy was this gay guy's, gay partner instead of like a wife or a spouse.
Hey, Jimmy can
And then
sell
the-
fag.
Well, then the guy got married. The guy got married. Like Jimmy was all mad. I'm like, what do you want to do? Pretend he's gay for you for the rest of your life?
Then all the stewardesses were giving him, oh, you poor thing, he dumped you for a girl.
Well, it's like, Jim, it's been 8 years. You thought you maybe would have had a break by now. Maybe you can afford the $140 it takes to go to Denver. Yeah, well, $10. Pretending to be gay. I said, what a favor that guy did.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't care. I'm big shit. But then he married a woman. So I said, what do you tell his coworkers? Well, he just had a fucking epiphany? Man, that pussy, that'll change you.
I just hadn't tried it before that.
Yes. Well, don't you think there's a lot of gay guys, they got to try, just try. I always have that thing of like, have you tried pussy? Like if they haven't tried it, you go, just try it. No, never. You never know. I mean, because it really is, it's well designed.
It's fantastic.
The feeling of entering. It's got to be better than an asshole. Your thoughts?
It's still a little better. I mean, of course. Damn it, I wasn't paying attention.
Well, have you fucked a chick in the ass?
No. I've a couple times.
Has a chick ever put a strap on and fucked you in the ass?
Not in days.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Dennis Rodman was on when he was married to Carmen Electra on the Stern Show, and he told us that Carmen Electra put a strap on and fucked. And we're like, what? I was like, Jesus, you're not using her properly. I said, you're Carmen Electra, you're married to Carmen Electra, and she put on a fake dick and fucked you? What the fuck? I wanted to smack him in the head, and then he started back. Oh, no, I'm kidding.
No,
Whatever.
She had him pegged.
I told you that story when I was in the...
I think you're right. Do you need Carmen Electra to do that?
No, you get any asshole to do that. The hottest chick ever?
Yeah, but I get you wouldn't. But that's I wouldn't let. I don't know. It would have to be someone as hot as Carmen Electra.
What?
If some fat chick says, "Hey, I'm gonna fuck you in the ass with this
Who
dick"?
do you let fucking... What are you talking about? Who do you let do that?
No,
Oh, clearly you would let somebody...
I
Dude,
really
I wasn't
wouldn't. I
saying
don't
it
think I
because
would.
I'd let anybody do it.
I'm looking at the argument from a different angle.
Oh, Geno just took the gay bait big time there.
Whoa. I really
Well,
would.
who would I let do that? I guess, I don't know. I guess it would have to be a hot chick.
It would have to be a
What
hot
the fuck
chick.
are you talking about?
It would
Only
have
a
to
hot chick could fuck me in the ass with a fake dick.
with a fake dick.
What is your problem? I tell you, the note on this podcast, way too much Geno.
I apologize.
Way too much.
I'm gonna. Here, I'm done.
It ends with him admitting he wants to get it in the ass.
I didn't admit it.
Geno's
I mean,
pick.
I don't want to get it. What's that?
It's Geno's pick.
Yeah, he's one of those guys humming down, I want some cock, I mean pussy. All right, let's take a break. We've been talking for an hour and 7 minutes. And all this Geno bullshit, he's talking to himself, having a conversation, Mr. Big Man with the picks, football, blah, blah, blah.
Losers.
Yeah, it
All
ends,
losers.
it ends with him wanting to get fucked in the ass with a strap on.
By a hot chick.
By a hot chick.
Yeah, no pig. I'm not gonna let some pig do it.
Well, that's
I got standards.
That's going to be the promo. Back after this.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Artie Lang podcast. Artie's on the phone discussing his gig tonight. So
Talking with people much more successful.
to wrap up the program, the fellas here are going to
Well, where'd
do their
Dan
plugs.
go? That's weird. Dan's been in there a while now.
Dan's eating some trail mix right now.
Is that code for something?
I'm not sure if he made it himself or if it's store-bought, but he does like to make his own trail mix. So, Geno, please let us know what you
Yeah,
got
why don't
going
you say
on.
something, Geno? We haven't heard from you all day.
Yeah.
If you could just,
Haven't I said enough?
Yeah, please.
Follow the videos. It's
see
a
any
bounce
sports
back
this week?
I did not. GenoBisconti.com. Just Google it. Follow me on Twitter. You guys know where I am. But thank you. I'll be at New York Comedy Club this week. Excuse me, tonight. So if you get this, download it like 10 o'clock and you run to 23rd and 8th. See my 11:55 spot. All right, you go, Ryan.
No.
You
I
Reese.
would like to know where you're going to be the rest of the week.
I'll be at a steakhouse on Thursday. We
What
found out.
steakhouse?
Look,
what does Geno play?
I didn't.
What kind of steakhouse does he
I just saw
play?
Steakhouse in
Sizzler, come on.
Towacco, New Jersey. Coming together.
Oh man, he's dropping names on us here.
Towacco.
Yeah.
welcome. Are you going to read your calendar like
That's
a
right.
professional?
I'm gonna look at my calendar, and what this is
That's
called.
what I'm supposed to be doing.
This is a smartphone, and
Whoa.
on the smart,
Whoa.
Ryan Reese, RyanReiss. That's how you can at Ryan Reese on Twitter, or you can find me
I like
on
the
Instagram.
SS.
Or you
I
can
like
find
the
me-
SS.
Yeah, we know, Geno. Or you can find me on Instagram.
I
at
love the SS during Chanukah.
Just gonna step on my plugs.
Every
Shut up.
I muted his mic, so.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you. RR Comedy on Instagram and Facebook, our comedy. And I will be at the Comedy Cellar on Friday night, 8:30 show. And I will also be at the Comedy Cellar Village Underground 7 o'clock show on Saturday.
Nope.
And you can catch me there. Or you can just hire me for private parties.
Ryan Reese is fantastic. How long have we known each other, buddy? Like
Known
years.
each other a long time, man.
It's been. I'm sorry about that. Big fan of the
Geno
Reese.
Bisconti.
How's the girl?
What?
Just checking.
No.
What's that? Tell him the move you do.
Oh, the move? I got to share the move?
Oh, you don't have to, but I thought that was a great move. I don't have a move.
I
with
tell
women.
them I know Geno Bisconti.
My move is to hit them in the trachea and see how they react. While they're stunned, you have 2 minutes to get your point across.
Are you dating anyone, Geno?
No.
When's your last date you went on? Date.
I was dating this chick during the summer, but it was mostly baseball games and sex.
Really?
Yeah, it was good.
What happened?
I got busy with the football stuff and never made it back down to Delaware, where I like to harvest my chicks, and been pretty single since then.
You dumped a girl for football?
I didn't dump her. My career got in the way,
Oh, that's
and my tiny penis.
That's a
well,
plug.
Geno, he's single
That's
out
a
there.
plug.
So if you want to date Geno Bisconti,
Yeah.
That's a drop.
and you can afford dinner for the both of you,
And my daddy's tiny penis.
if you have
You like how I
daddy
paused there for you?
issues and you want a guy who calls himself daddy that has no hope of ever being one,
That's actually a line in many a police report. And then daddy's tiny penis. Actually, they would look huge, wouldn't they?
It's all
No, no,
relative.
keep going with that bit. I'm going to let you drown in it. Go ahead.
Throw me a rope.
No.
Throw me a rope.
No. This
Let's
is
do
going-
the SS bit again.
Dan, anything you want to get on tape here before we close it?
No.
Okay, so
This has been the worst
we should-
spinoff ever.
We
Dan.
should do those phone calls from that guy from Philly because we never get them in. They always complain that we never get them in.
who, the voicemails?
Yeah, the voicemails.
Do we have any ready right now?
Yeah, you want to use my computer?
I'd love to hear one. By the way, while we were off the air, the Chicago police and Utah police kept calling Dan to ask him questions. Bizarre.
He's
Who is this guy now?
Go ahead and play. We're hooked up.
Oh, there's a guy from Philly that calls every day.
God bless him.
Every day he calls.
Yep.
Where are you from, Geno?
Philly. Vineland.
All right, here we go.
Hey, look, when you're filling up the bathtub and you're standing there in front of the naked, slap your ass 2 times.
That one I couldn't understand.
Yeah, was that an actual call or a butt dial?
Yeah, this is the Philly guy, and we don't like hippie robots. So we beat him down. Okay? And I don't give a fuck what fucking Artie did in the hotel room. It's none of my goddamn business. You did? Oh well, if you didn't, hey, he's bragging anyhow. Shit. I'm gonna take a hot bath and I wanna listen to the show.
Bad
Bubbles in there.
Right.
Well, he knows how to get rid of
See you
hanger.
there.
You'll see us there.
I guess he will if he's going to listen to
Every day, this guy calls.
Theater of the mind.
Every day. He leaves 2 or 3 messages.
Hey, this is Scotty 215, Rocket Live. It's all the way to New York to Beehive. Hey, if you see a sign filling up on the road, run it over. That's 10 points, baby. 10 points.
I know who this guy is.
And I
Like from
just want to
Twitter.
extend my thoughts on broccoli, asparagus, boiled, smelling fun. So the best, the start. It's an art.
That's right.
Smell that broccoli, asparagus farce. All right, Scotty 215 all the way live. Big job.
Sounds like one of your
You know
cousins.
this guy?
Who is it on
it sounds
Twitter?
like
There's
one of
some
his
guy
cousins.
on Twitter, Scotty Dumbalowski or something. It's just, and he tweets the same thing. So, like, I don't follow him, but sometimes he'll copy me.
Here we go.
It's just
Hey,
bizarre.
have Geno on the show more. I like Geno because
He's an
does,
idiot.
like making sense numbers, making sense song and dances, and he's good like a Geno steak, nice and tasty. Geno steak.
I like
Okay.
that
Have a
you
good
played
night,
that the
y'all.
second after I said this guy's an idiot.
Y'all,
by the
y'all.
way.
This is the Kaka guy.
His name's Scott. You'll
Just
see.
use my number to know who it is.
Scott
Okay? Kaka
Dumbalowski
guy
or
from
something.
Philly. Yeah. Okay.
Trust me, he'll light up the feed after this airs. You'll see. And he just tweets stuff like that to him. Like, I can't understand it.
Hold on.
But he's a big fan, so I love the guy.
Oh, that's your fan base.
That's
yeah,
my-
man. Yeah.
That is my target market right there.
Yeah.
Brain damage, functioning brain damage.
Yeah, I like it when the nice black man he rests on my chest. Where's my nipple hairs? Let me make a nice pond in my belly button.
Okay.
I think he's also in the movie Concussion.
It's just unsettling non sequitur after unsettling non sequitur.
Hey, tell Geno, we'll go to Sadistica. You want to go to Sadistica? He loves Sadistica. We'll get drunk, go to Sadistica. Best park in the whole world.
Sadistica?
Statistics? Is that what he's trying to say?
Play the whips. Play the whips. Hey, well, I didn't go to Sadistica. You like Sadistica? Yeah.
Geno, I think you found an opener.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think
Opener.
Hey, now.
Found a closer. I can open. I can't follow this guy. I don't even know what. Yeah.
Oh, what's up with these podcasts? How come it takes you so fucking long? I fucking waited till 2 in the morning last night to listen. I stayed up like another half hour like a nitwit. You gotta move. You gotta get the shit together with these podcasts, you know? Just slouching too much. Slopping around. You have to stop that. Get these podcasts going around 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, no later. Actually, you should have them up around 6.
Are you?
All right, you hear me?
You should call him back and get some more advice from the
Get
guy.
on that. Get on the ball there.
You got to stay up.
Yeah, get on the ball. Get on the ball.
It's
Give me the
something-
ball. Give me the ball. Give me the ball.
Why don't we lock him and Bichetti in a
Empty
room and have them
Twitchell's.
Empty your
and
ball.
Twitchell's right and give him a typewriter and then we'll have the script to the next fucking. I can't even think. Oh, Fast and Furious 8. There you go. There you go. No. Nothing, Ryan.
You guys got moles under your ball? I got one nice little beauty mark mole right under my balls.
How hard do you have to look to find
Hey,
that?
Dan, don't be shy to give Artie a bath. Just use the ropes, the soap on the rope. Use the elastic soap on the rope so you can stretch it down to his toes. And he's got cute dimples. Cute toe dimples. Little bunions. Bunion.
Are you serious?
I hope you don't steal this guy for Garden State Radio.
Flippinoutradio.com.
I can find him immediately on Twitter.
Hey, Artie, that fucking dimple shit was funny as shit, man. Cracking the fuck up. You got a little carried away with it, but it was funny. Oh, man. He stays up all night looking at the dimples. Oh, man. Did you take a hot bath? Feel better? You take a couple aspirins? I tweeted it to you. Hopefully Dan can do you a hot bath. That's
likes
right.
the
I
hot
forgot
bath.
something else to the guy on Twitter, that's the guy from Philly. So you know. All right.
Dude, I'm looking for his feed right now. Like, just something he would have texted me. But I'm sure he retweets Artie.
Texted you?
Hey, he wants to try on Spanios. Spanios with me.
Scott Domzalski.
What's Transylvania?
I don't know. Fuck the past, party on. Scotty Bones is his tweeter. Here's some of his real tweets. Should gone on their own. Do what you want. Stern Show, Mr. Morris. Now, these are all replies. I can't even. Well, he retweets Bob Levy. That says the world.
All right, well, that's...
Artie Quitter. Aw, shit. Sorry, Artie Construction. Take couple NyQuil. Hope you feel better, BB. Artie Quitter is finally up, Bob Levy. Better have a show, too. That's actually English. Artie Quitter. Serious as a robot scum shit radio. Leave Howard Cha-ching money sign. Come on, Artie. Let's go show. 7 winks a month. Buds got get it out. Yeah, nice. Maybe he's sending
Hey,
like...
look, when you're filling up the bathtub, you're standing there in front of the naked. Slap your ass this time.
Yeah, I don't even
Slap your ass.
I like the idea that he lights some candles and draws a
That's
bath
right.
and then
Yeah.
turns
And
on
listen
the
to the
podcast.
Podcast time.
You want to say something to him, Geno, while he's in the tub naked?
I love you too, boo. Touch it. Touch it. Touch it. I was talking to myself there. All right. I'm good. Thanks for the love, Scotty. It's good to be back.
Are we
Man.
Yeah, let's get the twat out of here.
I got to take a shower.
mercifully?
I feel dirty.
Why not a hot bath?
The Artie Lang